As a high school senior's graduation day nears, they're still asked the same questions that have been thrown at them their entire lives. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to be? And then there's the main one. Are you going to college? College doesn't sound that bad when you start looking into which one is right for you. You have numerous choices for where you want to go, whether it be the bustling New York City on the West Coast, or the cool atmosphere over at Long Beach, here on the East. Or here on the West Coast. Or if that doesn't fancy you, how about studying abroad? You can go to your favorite country and study there. The options are endless. Along with the bunch of choices, a diverse range of people to meet is added to the package. People that share similar interests with you, even similar fears of college. And sometimes you can find lifelong friends, or even that special someone. All of this can be yours if you pay roughly $22,826, according to the College Board. And that's only for your first year in a public in-state college. $22,826. And if you go to a public college or private college, it's roughly around $30,000, with sometimes even being more. If you can't cover that, it's okay. You can always apply for financial aid, which only usually sometimes gives you $4,000, and it doesn't even cover it. And there's a numerous amount of scholarships out there that you can apply for, and sometimes give you up to $10,000 or even full rides. But out of the 17.5 million that apply for scholarships, only 2/3 get picked, and the rest of the scholarships that aren't given out just sit there. That leaves 60% of college students taking out student loans, and that adds them to the $1 trillion that the U.S. is already in for student debt. According to the Economist newspaper, what is not in doubt is that the cost of university per student has risen by almost 5 times the rate of inflation since 1983, and graduate salaries have been flat for much of the past decade. Student debt has grown so large that it stops many young people from buying houses, starting businesses, or having children. Those who borrowed for a bachelor's degree grant in 2012 owe an average of $29,400. Glenn Reynolds, a college professor and author of A Higher Education Bubble, writes that graduates who may wind up living in their parents' basements will be living there until they're old enough to collect Social Security to pay for their student debt. Now see, you don't necessarily need a degree in order to be successful. You could be like Ellen DeGeneres, who went to the University of New Orleans and dropped out her first semester and maybe become the next biggest talk show host. Or maybe you can be the founder of something such as Microsoft, as Bill Gates did, who dropped out of the University of Harvard. But sometimes going to college, you can do great things such as Sally Ride, the first female astronaut, did, as she went to NASA with her degree from the University of Stanford. Or you could be like Jeanette Rankin, the first woman to be in Congress, who also achieved her goals with a degree. So the main question here isn't, is college worth it, but rather, is college for me?